What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you back on the channel. On today's episode, I'll be giving you guys my top fashion hacks that you can implement today as a man to instantly elevate your style. I'll be pulling in from my experience as a fashion designer over the last 5 years in terms of what my personal style is and how I've developed it and what I've seen out in the market. So these are going to be extremely simple tricks that you probably haven't heard of, or you may have heard of them but not implemented them yet. And I'll go through how you can immediately implement today to instantly elevate your style. So without further ado, let's actually get right into the episode. What's up, design family, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one. Getting right into the tips and tricks, number one is to match the color of your shoes with the color of your pants. The reasoning here is to kind of create a elongated and harmonious silhouette. By matching the colors of your shoes and the colors of your trousers, you're uninterrupting the silhouette of the bottom part of your garment, and ultimately this is going to help you to stand taller and to give you a figure that appears more elongated than it actually is. So if you're wearing a navy pair of trousers, you can definitely consider wearing either black. I wouldn't recommend navy in this sense, so definitely do bear that in mind. It's almost about pairing colors that make sense together and are within the same chromatic or monochromatic palette. The idea of not wearing contrasting colors when it comes to your shoes and your pants, although it is a possibility, comes from the fact that you're breaking the line of these silhouettes, and ultimately this is going to compress your silhouette. So do use these tips sparingly, but if you do want to elongate yourself and you're a shorter guy, definitely consider pairing up your pants with your shoes and making sure that you fit that monochromatic palette. It's just going to make you look taller and more refined and more well put together. Number two is going to be to invest in a shoehorn. This is honestly such an underappreciated tool and is one that can save both your fingers if you've ever tried to finagle a shoe on, especially a well-fitted leather shoe with a stiff heel cup, or if you want to protect the heel cups of your shoes long term. If you've invested into a nice pair of shoes, definitely consider getting a shoehorn. I love mine so much that I actually have one in the office, I have one in my house, and definitely when I'm traveling, I carry one or two with me depending on the situation. So definitely invest in a shoehorn. It's definitely a game changer and just a nice quality of life addition. Number three, definitely consider wearing an uncommon element. The idea here is not to be overly extravagant or flashy or to peacock in that sense. The idea here is just to wear something that you feel fits your personal style but helps you stand out from the crowd. By doing this, you're going to feel a lot more put together, you're going to feel more confident in what you're wearing, and it's going to give people a reason or a excuse to come and have a conversation with you. It's a great conversation starter, whether it's a unique pair of shoes or it's a watch. When it comes to a pair of shoes, I'd recommend something like a leather double monk strap loafer for really two reasons. Number one, it's a timeless piece, so you invest in one, you can wear it for the rest of your life if you take care of it well. And it's not over the top, but it's unique enough to help you stand out. When it comes to a watch, most men don't consider wearing watches. I think it's considered to be an outdated fashion element, but it's no longer simply about telling the time. A nice timepiece, whether it's expensive or not, can help you stand out, can help you feel more confident and put together. And again, it can be a great conversation starter, especially for those who also are interested in watches. Believe it or not, there are a ton of people out there that still have that classic interest. You don't have to spend a ton of money to get a Rolex or any other sort of brand, but you can look at certain great time watch or watchmakers like Orient, Hamilton, Citizen, Tissot. These are all great watch brands that offer a ton of value for the money. Number four, you can make inexpensive and cheap clothes look instantly more refined and expensive simply by applying simple fashion tricks or a style. This is a fitted, minimalistic, and dark style. The reason for a fitted style is that Really, anyone who wears good quality or fitted clothing can look more confident, can feel more themselves. When it comes to a minimalistic style, this is a style that any man can pick up with minimal effort, and really there's no ways that you can go wrong with that. And when it comes to dark colors, I think dark colors are much more masculine, they are more flattering to more skin tones, and ultimately the dark colors here make you look more mysterious, which is a positive. Also, when you want to step up from a minimalistic sort of wardrobe and sort of style philosophy, you can definitely go for more tailored and fitted clothing. Honestly, when it comes to clothing, the fit is everything. You can spend a ton of money on designer clothing, but if it doesn't fit well, it's just not going to look right on you. So look at the fit first, tailor your clothing if you can afford it, and go from there. Number 5, definitely consider pre-breaking in your leather dress shoes before wearing them for the first time. A leather dress shoe is a refined piece that is a closet staple for pretty much any man. But take it from me, definitely you'll want to break in the dress shoes before you go ahead and choose to wear them to any event. You'll notice that the shoes feel fine at first, maybe a little bit stiff, but as soon as you get wherever you're trying to go and you're stuck on those shoes, you're going to experience the pain and the night is not going to end well. So before you go through all of that, pre-break in the shoes. You can either try to pace around in them at home, at the office, and as a bonus tip, consider spraying them with water before you wear them. This is going to help make the leather a bit more supple and is going to prep it for being broken in. Number 6, consider tucking in your shirt. If you actually want to turn any look into a more expensive and refined one, consider actually tucking in your shirt. Whether you're wearing a plain t-shirt or a polo shirt, you can immediately and instantly up the class level of your outfit simply by tucking in your shirt. Well guys, that's it. That is a wrap on this episode. That's been my top style hacks for men. If you guys enjoyed this episode, consider smashing a massive thumbs up. Also, in the comments, let me know which of these 7 tips you guys personally found most useful, and if I missed any tips, let the guys in the comments know as well. This is a community and we always enjoy hearing from you guys. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. We put out great content on a week-to-week basis and we'd absolutely love to have you along for the ride. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next one, stay awesome.